Welcome, good people, to our stream. I was hoping to have more people here, but as it is, we don't. So let's see how it goes with the few people we do have. The whole idea was that we're going to talk about the bell curve. With me, I have at least my good friend Carlos. So that's just the two of us. The Bell Curve is a book written, I think, or I have the paper somewhere. I have to look it up. I'm sorry, I'm not really well prepared. But I think somewhere in the late 70s, 80s, could be 90s. I'm sorry. And it made a study about IQ numbers within the American societies. And they did recognize that certain parts of American society scored lower on IQ. And go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm not familiar. I haven't read that book. I'm not familiar with it, but I know that most of the from independent sources, etc., from what's that word for it? That's from third-party type sources. A little bit about, and I know about intelligence, because
the funny thing about the bell curve is that it's probably the most, or one of the most ill-presented books out there. Because a lot of people seem to put value on what they actually talked about. They talked about the difference of IQ and how IQ is changing within certain cultures.
Mhm.
Published in 1994, by the way. Sorry, I did say that wrong. And it was quite often seen as
record-breaking, groundbreaking.
not so much groundbreaking as in racist.
Oh,
Because they showed how certain groups within the American society scored lower on their IQ test, and that certain group was, of course, black people.
the African Americans, yes.
The African Americans, which I still would call Americans, but that's just me.
Same with me. I call them Americans as well.
The thing is that, yes, the IQ tests in certain black groups in America scored on average lower. This is a trend, and they have seen this trend for a long time. They actually mentioned the trend. And because of that, a lot of people seem to think that therefore the bell curve is racistic, discriminatory, because those differences must be an example of racism. I was hoping
have they tried the same? Because IQ tests are very specific to certain aspects of certain societies. Even within, say, the American society, you have different cultural elements. You have the and most of the IQs that were when that book was written, because at that time I did a few IQ tests, and I always got problems with the mathematical aspect of or the mathematical components of the test. I don't know if they've changed them or not, but when I was doing, they had the logic and the mathematic and the linguistic type components, and I did well in all of them except the mathematic ones. And that they were, because I was in the Australian society, quite integrated. I knew all the cultural points, the cultural. Sometimes I forget words. I was immersed in the culture, the Australian culture, and so I knew to do those tests. I got not too bad, but they don't measure basically. I was told at high school, this is anecdotal, by my social science teacher. I had it for one semester in year 8, and he basically said you could give an IQ test designed. They're designed for groups, designed for a white upper class European. You give it to an African, they would fail the Africans. But if you design one for the Africans, exactly.
and vice versa. This is the thing that I wanted to bring out as well, because yes, the bell curve talks about how certain groups in America score lower on average. The group blacks is too big though, because there are black people who will score higher than the average white guy. The average white guy is too large a group. You have people at the low end of IQ and you have people at the high end of the IQ. There is a large cultural difference in there as well. You have, in America alone, you have dozens of different types of IQ tests. Now, if
you do, yes.
If IQ is as blatant direct as, for example, centimeters or any mathematical thing is, then you don't need so many different forms of IQ tests. The fact that you need a lot of different forms of IQ tests means that there are different ways of looking at IQ. And that different way of looking can be indeed very cultural. So, for example, you go into Australia and you partake in their culture and you understand their culture and you're actually part of their culture, you will score higher in their IQ than someone who has a university degree in the Netherlands and goes to Australia and doesn't understand the culture there. There's a good chance he will score lower on his IQ test. He will probably still score reasonably high considering his background, but he would score higher in his native country.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Again, anecdotal evidence. I must have read or something that Nigerians that are coming over to the United States, they do the IQ tests, the standard ones, and they are getting as high, for example, as most whites, for example. Yeah. Why are the Asians so far ahead?
Well, because
the Asians. No, it's not. It's something else. Because about 50 years ago, if they'd done the test, I'm sure they did the IQ test, and they probably found that the Asians were lower scorers, scoring lower percentage points. Why are they? Why? What would you think happened between? And it's not culture that had changed. It has something else. And this is where I want to get at that it's more nature and some nurture than. I mean, the environment, not nature. The environment factors instead of as much as the internal genetic and
I'm willing to believe that there's both a nature and a nurture component to it. So there's a reason, for example, this is the Flynn effect. There's a reason that we see people on average scoring higher. I mean, my kid would probably score higher on IQ than I would. Probably, mind you, probably. There's a good chance because on average we see new generations scoring on average 3 points higher than the previous generation.
For example, in terms of general knowledge, I could beat my kids. Well, most people closed. Yeah.
Having said that, though, there's more to it. There is a very large cultural aspect to it. And
yes, it is. And
we can see this. Sorry, go ahead.
And yes, I was just going to say yes. There is a cultural aspect, but I don't know. Does the book address how intelligence develops? Is it? I don't know the book. If you've read it, you are way more knowledgeable on that than me. I don't know. What I do know is other studies, because for what I think intelligence is. Oh God, it's how our brain processes information and acts on it, or acts on it. For example, how we learn. Everyone learns somewhere or another, but how does our brain process that information that we learn and then apply it later, and so on? And
the bell curve is a very factual book. It bases its finding on facts. And I'm not going to attack the bell curve. There's nothing wrong with the bell curve. The problem I have with the bell curve is the assumed meaning that people have given it.
Ah, yes.
The bell curve talks about how these differences are there. And it talks about what could be reasons, schooling, cultural, whatever. It tells all these things. It doesn't give a value to it. it doesn't say, well, yeah, black people score lower because they're black. No, that's not what they're saying. They're saying this is what we see. Why?
So they don't jump to conclusions. They just present the facts.
Indeed, which is, in my humble opinion, a good way of doing a good research. And they do mention that certain things could be done to improve, but they're not saying black people are stupid, therefore their IQ is lower. No. They are saying their IQ is lower. The tests we have show them at a lower IQ on average. The average is too big a group to begin with, but yeah, factually they're correct. They're not saying black people are stupid. This is something a lot of people do. Oh, if you're saying my IQ is low, are you then saying I'm stupid? No, that's not what it means.
Exactly, because if you say it's low compared to what?
Yeah,
low compared to Einstein. Yeah, you're not. You don't have to be. You're still a genius.
You could be, yeah.
But you.
This is what I've posted a few links for the people who are showing watching it. No, I didn't. Oh, I should have. Bloody hell. Okay, I have to put something.
Hello, Warped Reflection.
My bad.
Let's see. For example, I was talking about just before, why do Asians now, not in America or in Europe, but in actual the Asian mainland, even Japan and that, the Koreans, the Chinese, why are they now their reason? It's measurable, and I think I don't have the evidence, so please don't.
You're breaking up,
huh?
You're breaking up.
Am I? Oh God, damn it! I might.
Well, hello.
I might. Hello, rambling man. I might go onto my. Maybe better. I will be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
See you in a sec, mate. I'm going to see if I can find the links, because I should have posted 2 links in the text that came with this stream.
It seems you're missing links all over the place today.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, not really. Oh, and it's kind of funny. I have no, you haven't seen it. Of course, you haven't read the bell curve. Probably not.
No, I have not.
Yeah, well, most people haven't. Most people assume they know what's in there because the bell curve. Oh, it's bad. No, it's not.
No, I openly admit I do not know what it is. I'm here to listen, ask questions, and hopefully add to the conversation.
Well, the bell curve is a book based. Well, no, not based on. The bell curve is a book wherein they talk about. Oh, for fuck's sake! Stupid.
Oh, come on, Modwine.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get this computer to do what I fucking want. Pissing me off. 1 second, though. I'm got a kid crying in the background. I'm going to turn that sound off for 1 second.
Oh, take your time. So, hi everyone. How you doing? I'm here by myself. Don't know what to say.
Oh.
Bacon.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. I had a baby that's crying.
Can you guys
now
hear
the
me?
mother is going to him.
Oh, thank God, I'm not alone anymore. I thought I was going to have to be entertaining.
Well, you can be entertaining. Try. Come on. You can do it.
Hello.
That's not very entertaining.
Hello.
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 Did someone silence me now? What the hell?
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
Can't you hear rambling then?
I can hear him.
Okay, so then everyone is here. For fuck's sake.
Hello.
Hi there, Carlos, by the way. And I haven't said hi there, Warped, but hi there, Warped.
Hi, Warped.
For fuck's sake. Oh, this is a mess. I'm sorry, guys.
That's what I'm here for.
But yeah, no, the problem with the book, The Bell Curve, is that a lot of people use it as an excuse for racism, actually.
I'm sorry, what?
Racism, you know, racism. No?
Yeah, how do you use a? How does that work?
Because the bell curve talks about how, on average, Black Americans score lower on IQ than other groups. Now, again, I have to say that's a bad comparison because it's too large a group. I mean, you can't really say all Black people score bad, therefore, because it's not like that. It's an average. Having said that, though, it's factually correct. On average, certain groups of Black people in America score lower on IQ tests. It's not a measure of whether they're good or bad or whether they're stupid or not. It's a mere recognition of a fact. And
So
a lot of people are using that as an example to tell people, yeah, but the bell curve is racist.
So let me see if I understand, or can give you an example to see if I understand this. But so basically what you're saying is because all Asians, or if all Asians scored collectively higher on their tests, and you use that to assume that all Asians are smarter, that's racist. But the bell curve justifies that, more or less.
People use it to justify that.
Yeah. What I mean.
I mean, the bell curve itself. I mean, I put 2 links in there for the people if they want to see it in a moment after this stream, obviously.
I mean, realistically, there is no justification for racism, but I'm just, for the sake of argument. Is that what it tries to do?
Yeah, how do I say it? Well, the bell curve is trying to recognize that there are differences.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give a value to it. It merely states there's a difference. So it's like saying water is wet. Does that make it bad? Well, that's up to you. But factually, it only makes water wet.
No, it makes water bad because water drowns things.
No. Bad is a value judgment. If you are to value water because you could drown in it, or a fish values water because he lives in it, you have 2 different values.
I think we went over a little bit of that in our...
Same thing, yeah. Yes, absolutely. And this is something, the second link I've posted now with the text of this Hangout. The second link is the bell curve revisited, where Charles Murray himself talks, and one of the examples he's giving is the value of IQ. We measure IQ. We're reasonably okay at measuring IQ, though we can often be between 10 to 30 points off. I mean, if you take an IQ test today and you take the same IQ test a month from now, your score can be very different. And no, it will not be higher because you already know the questions. There's a good chance it'll be lower because the way you are feeling that day. Because IQ is not a hard measurement. Centimeters, hard measurement. Centigrades, hard measurements. IQ, not so hard a measurement. It's still an important one, but there's lots of nuances with it.
That's actually kind of something I noticed when I was a lot younger, was that if I had a better mindset and I was in a better mood that day, I would do better in school, as opposed to being in a crappy mood. I would forget things, or I wouldn't be as ready to answer questions or focus even. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. And the thing is that a lot of people are using the bell curve to explain or not explain, justify racism, which doesn't make sense because it's only a factual measurement and it's a recognition of factual measurements. And as Murray himself one day said, ask people, do you know people with a lower IQ than you and with a higher IQ than you? Okay, if you do, that's good. Do you think that people with a lower IQ than you are less than you? Do you think that people with a higher IQ are better than you. And a lot of people will then say, okay, people with a higher IQ might be better than me, but I think I'm still pretty good. And people with a low IQ might be not as good as me, but on average, I don't think so either. So most people recognize that IQ is just a number. It's not
Well,
that big a deal. But suddenly, when we can say, oh, but there's a whole group who scores lower than a whole other group, then suddenly it's a big deal.
no, it isn't.
No, that's the thing.
That's like comparatively that's like comparing 5th grade to 3rd grade test scores.
Yeah. Or getting a bunch of animals together. And, oh, that's a good example. I have to look it up again so I can show it to you.
Oh, I know
But
what you're thinking of. It's if you could get all these animals together and tell them all to climb a tree,
yeah.
and a fish can't climb a tree, is a fish still retarded
Yeah.
or stupid?
Same example as water, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
And that's a completely inept way of looking at something, because everything's better at different things in different ways, and everything's better at different things at different times.
Yeah.
So
Well,
fundamentally, using one or maybe a handful of examples to justify your point that you want to be racist is not a good way of doing it, because it just makes you look like a cherry picking asshole.
yeah. And I mean, it's okay if you really think that's useful, but it's not. Now, IQs is one of the things we measure to see how good people can perform in certain situations. And it's a good measurement. It gives a reasonable indication of what someone should be able to do. Does that mean that the higher the IQ, the smarter the person? No.
It's a good rule of thumb.
It's a good rule of thumb. But
But
it's a prediction, not a security.
there's a very basic math term that I learned in school called outlier that applies to this very well.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it really does. Okay,
Like, I'm not sure how much better a way to put it, just because you want to. You're basically cherry picking to be racist.
And that's the whole problem with the bell curve. People started using the bell curve to explain why they could be racist, which is stupid.
Yes, fundamentally, using the bell curve to explain why you could be racist is like using the Bible to explain why you can hate gay people.
In a way, yes, but actually, in a way, no, because the Bible is written to be very, very, very broad and multi-interpretable. The bell curve is just
Numbers, facts.
It's numbers, facts. It's not opinions. It's not, well, this is what it means. No. On average, that group, it has that IQ. Okay, what does it mean? Well, nothing, because in all fairness, IQ tests themselves are very limited as well. IQ tests are not only a measurement of intellect, but also a measurement of cultural understanding, for example. This is why you have multiple IQ tests per country. Hell, in the Netherlands alone, we have more than 20 forms of IQ tests, and we have different IQ tests for when refugees come to the Netherlands, because we can't give them our IQ test because they won't score on this. This is something Carlos and I talked about earlier.
That's hilarious. You had different IQ tests for refugees that come into your country.
IQ tests are very specific.
You're breaking up again, Carlos.
So you have to have. Never mind. But can you hear me well? Anyway,
yeah.
Tests. Yeah, IQ tests are basically designed for groups because of they have the cultural
Maybe you need to stop playing the game.
game.
Maybe you need to stop playing the game. Your computer seems to have a problem. You are breaking up badly.
Your computer's drunk. Go home.
Okay, let's see if I can leave this. I'm gonna die anyway. Wait a second. I'll come back in a little while after I finish this
It's
round
okay.
of killing mobs.
But yeah, the thing with
Hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that through all the
you'll be
through all
back in
the
a moment.
through all the shit in your mouth. I'm pretty sure a grown man should learn to stop chewing.
I have no
Before he
idea what
talks.
he's playing, by the way, Psycho.
It's called Decaron.
Beckeron.
Basically, yeah, it was basically a World of Warcraft clone. So, okay, I'll just leave.
Okay, I'll just leave.
Yeah, he's going to leave the
Leave the
game.
game. I mean, I don't want to leave. Yeah.
To leave
And
the game.
also stop
We are more
sharing.
important. No, I don't mind sharing, but I think the
I don't know.
computer can't handle all of it together.
I'm stop sharing my thing because it'll less bandwidth.
Yeah, well, it should be better like that. Can you write the name? Can you link it in the chat?
What the game?
Yeah. Sicko 68.
Decaron. Wait. Oh, God damn it! I'll write it in the main chat of everyone. Cancel as soon as I can get this thing. It's called Decaron. It used to be called Two Moons.
I don't know it. Sorry.
I've been playing this since open beta, so I'm the oldest continuous character still that has never been banned or anything, or hacked or anything since the game started. Oh man, I can't remember. It's about 10 years. I've been playing this for about 9 years now. So yeah, back to the bell curve. I think I'm not breaking up anymore. He's breaking up. He's breaking up.
No, great.
You're breaking up with Modwayne? I don't know how he's gonna take that.
I'll never break up with my dear friend Modway. Never. But like I explained, I was talking to Modway before, and I did IQ tests at school, and my sociology teacher, my social science teacher, year 9, once I was never indoctrinated. He basically told the class that if you get an IQ test designed for the people, he didn't say black or white, just said upper class people, and give it to the lower class.
And you're breaking up again.
Now, God, how about now? It's Twitter. It doesn't want me to tell you my anecdotal evidence.
It's that Portuguese internet.
No, I have quite good internet, but my house is full of hotspots. Everyone's connected at the moment. So.
Yeah, this house is full of hotspots as well, but the echo is running. So.
And if you do the opposite, if mine's I'm on a cable. I'm an actual physical connection to my.
I am too, but the physical connection usually. I don't know. I don't have a lot of people hooked up to my own internet at once, so.
Yeah, but I do. I have my son, my wife, my daughter, me, 2 computers. Anyway, and he said that if you design a test for the lower class of people, they will also have the upper class will fail. Will get low scoring, not fail. You can't fail an IQ test, but get low scores. Yes, designed for a group of people.
If you design an IQ test for an African tribesman, the African tribesman will probably succeed. If you design and if you give that same IQ test to someone from Europe, he's gonna fail like a dumbass.
Well, absolutely, that's the premise. Yes, that's the premise. My teacher told me.
Yeah, you have to look broader than that, though. I mean, you design IQ tests to measure IQ, but to do so, you have to recognize language. You have to recognize culture. You have to recognize certain prevailing patterns within a culture.
You're absolutely right, which is why if we design an IQ test for Modwayne, he's still going to fail it.
Fuck you.
I don't know if Modwayne, you remember the Twitter drama between No Bullshit and who else was involved? I sort of was involved. That he accused Rin of not knowing what an IQ is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Has that ever been? This is a question. Has that ever been defined? What is an IQ?
They didn't define it. No, they didn't. They talked about it, but they didn't define it. So that was one of the things I was hoping to do when we were starting to talk, because we were planning on having this hangout
Well,
with those people,
mm,
and that
and they,
didn't happen. I've invited them
Yep.
here today, but they haven't shown today either.
Well, I did, so I'm amazing.
Oh, that's okay.
you are, yes.
That's okay. Listen,
Yes.
I don't mind if people disagree or have their own feelings or whatnot about certain subjects.
That's it.
By all means,
Sargon
go ahead.
streaming, but he's Sargon streaming Civilization 6. He's not in. Who else? No one else is streaming.
Yeah, at this point in time, Tildir, and funny enough, he's doing a stream about IQ as well.
Yeah, he
Oh, but
was doing
he's
something with
finished.
money.
Yeah, he already finished.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not big.
Oh.
Streamed 13 minutes ago.
No, Carlos, you and I both know that there's going to be a lot of autistic screeching now that Sargon finally blocked Christy Winters.
Have you seen my tweet at him? I got to
Yeah,
hear
that's,
someone lol that he said the reaction of the detractors after Sargon. It's that. Remember that woman that screamed when finishing inauguration?
when,
yeah, he goes, she goes,
Isn't that the source
That
of
one.
the thingy?
no, Reese before that.
I'm surprised nobody dubbed over that with Darth Vader's no.
They have.
I haven't seen that one. Hey, but let's
They
go
have.
back to the topic for a second. I mean,
Right.
we can
The topic.
talk about Chrissy Winters and Chrissyosity and all those.
On the stream.
lovely
No,
people,
no, we're not gonna. I've stopped that because I don't get triggered. I get, and I wanted to end the earth.
Find
That
different
I want-
sounds great.
Well, you get Magnus.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get.
No,
I sometimes feel like I want the world to end because of these idiots and shit.
Oh,
So, yeah.
oh, you feel Green Dayed. Okay, I got you.
Oh no! Don't insult me and call me a Green Dade. God damn it!
You are a Green
Sounds-
Day. You are walking a
sounds-
lonely road, the only one that you have ever known.
Fucking hell. So, hi there, Tex.
Wait, mate. I'm more talking heads.
So, I guess we're
Talking
totally done with the bell curve then.
well,
I
yeah,
know,
it wouldn't
just,
be
just,
so.
just,
It wouldn't be so bad if Green Day hadn't told you by the title of their first album exactly what their music was going to be.
American Idiot?
Alright, so I kind
Well,
of
I was think-
accidentally
I was
clicked the
think-
X.
I was thinking Dookie, but okay, I guess what American Idiot was their first album instead.
Think so. It was their breakout album.
I have no idea. I give about as much of a fuck about Green Day as I do about what's going on at the South Pole right about now.
it's melting.
Well, if you really want to know, I can tell you. I mean,
No,
it's
I'm
snowing.
good. I'm good.
okay,
Stay
back
on
to
topic.
topic.
Stay on
Guys,
topic.
back to topic. Intelligence.
We
or
haven't been on
IQ,
topic
not
for a
intelligence,
while.
IQ.
The whole idea was the bell curve. Now,
I have no idea what the topic is, so somebody will have to inform me.
the bell curve, IQ, and how the bell curve talks about IQ in general and shows that black people in America on average score lower on IQ than non-black people.
I
Which is
mean,
an
look at what they
average-
did. I mean, you wouldn't think they're actually, too smart, with them acting like fucking monkeys and shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. We're
That's
talking about
racist.
averages. So
I don't
yes,
care.
there are black people that act like idiots, but there are also black people who do not. I mean, whether you agree with Obama or not, you can hardly call him an idiot.
You're right. There are black
For-
people. There
for
are
damn
black. No, you know what? Modwayne's right. There are black people who do good things, and we should be holding them up as examples of their race, like Curious George.
I have no idea who Curious George is.
Kick him out. No, don't kick him out. Give him a good 1-2 slap.
No, but the thing is, you cannot measure IQ in groups. Now, the bell curve shows that as a group, on average, black people score lower. This created a whole new shitstorm because, oh my God, how politically incorrect and whatnot. But that wasn't the message that the bell curve as a book brought out. The bell curve as a book shows that there's IQ differences, and it doesn't show why. It shows that they are there. What can we do with it? IQ itself.
Modwayne, Modwayne, hang on. Here's the problem, though. What the bell curve reminds some people is that they're at the bottom of the barrel, and if you're at the bottom of the barrel, what can you do other than bitch?
But that's the thing, though. That's not what it's about. Bell curve, hiccups. Bell curve talks about the IQs and etc. 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 But
wait, I think I get it. The bell curve isn't supposed to show you that these people are doing bad and that's bad factually. It's supposed to show you facts about what these people are doing and how they're doing, and you can take that and do something with it, like research it further. Why are these people doing things terribly? Why are these people not thriving as best as they can, and what can we do about it? Like, for example, if black people aren't doing so well in schools, it's not because they're stupid. It might be because their schooling is terrible, or they just happen to be clustered in the worst places to go to school. If they're not getting the best jobs, it could also be, it's not because they're stupid. It could be because they're in areas where the jobs are terrible. And this can be applied across every race, everywhere that's been measured.
Newton obtains his better or most of his potential learning skills, or let's call it that, in their formative years. If you are not fed well, you have a deficiency in certain elements, certain vitamins, certain things, you will do probably less later on than someone who has those.
And
I would.
Do you know what that's been going on in Asia? Asia 60 years ago, they were just eating rice and a little bit of meat. Now they are hogging themselves with meat and protein and lots of other things, and they are outperforming the Europeans.
Well, but you know, I would absolutely. Okay, never mind.
Well, that's just a fact.
The thing is that IQ in itself is a nice measurement, and it's an important measurement, and you should take it serious. But it's not.
Yes.
It's not the be-all and end-all. It's a nuance.
Let me bring. All right, now.
Go on.
Modwayne, I gotta bring this up. I don't know if I want to read that book, The Bell Curve, because I would hate to have been asking the question for this long. Why are people so fucking stupid? I would hate to be reading The Bell Curve and have to go, oh.
I don't think you would read it like that, to be honest.
Well, I'm afraid that book would answer my question. Why are people so fucking stupid these days?
Maybe.
Actually, it wouldn't tell you why are people stupid. It would tell you that people are stupid.
Well,
It's up to you to find out why.
Well, yeah, but if it explains that X% of people are stupid because their IQ is below,
yeah, but that's not what it says. That's
well, no, but if it basically said that, you know, 1 out of every 2 people has an IQ about lower than my damn shoe size, I would hate to find that that's the reason why most of them are so.
Yeah, but you are putting two things together that are not completely linked. I mean, they're saying that, for example, black people score lower on IQ than, for average, white people. But neither of them are idiots. Neither of them are stupid.
They may score lower, but holy fuck, you're comparing, like, what, black people make up, what, 13% of the American population? It's an awfully small sample size.
Exactly. They can all be clustered in areas.
No, it's a huge sample size, because 13% of 300 million people is still huge. The thing is that you cannot equate all black people. Because if we look at Nigerians, for example, they score higher on average than the average white guy. You cannot equate all white guys because you have white guys in university and you have white guys struggling to finish college. Yet they all belong to the group white guys.
Well, Modwin, you had a point, but I do believe that Magnus had a point too, in what he's saying, that if black people make up like 13% of our population compared to the 60% of whites, regardless of what sample size you're getting, the fact that it's still such a small representation of our population means that they can be clustered in areas where you're not getting the best info.
Well,
So I very much believe that he is right in saying that the small sample size, or the small amount of them in our population, could have a bigger impact on the curve than you might realize.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying.
the thing is that it's difficult to do that because basically the size is too large. You cannot.
Well, Modwayne, if you think about it this way, if you take 1,000, you take 1 million people, take 1,000 of those and designate them as, okay, you're group A, which is black people, and then you take another smaller sample and say, okay, you guys are group B, Latinos, and then take the largest group, okay, you're the white people, you're group C. You're going to get different results mainly because of the smaller sample size.
That depends. I mean, if you have people with high, if IQ would be equally distributed between people regardless of color, the average would still be the same.
Well, I mean, come on, Modwayne. I keep hearing that people with higher IQs are fags, and it's like, yeah, I need to know what the cap on that is because I don't want to be a fag.
I'm not a fag. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you're turning it around. Gay people tend to have a higher IQ. It doesn't mean that people with a higher IQ are gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
what's the IQ cutoff before you turn gay? Because I need to know for a friend.
I need to know for a friend too, and this friend kind of scared.
Don't worry, if you need to know,
Don't worry, Modwayne. It's a joke. I'm making jokes about it, but still.
Look, Magnus, I don't know if Modwayne's the right person to be asking that question. You might want to try Tex. I think he's a better candidate to give you a.
It's the Shirley Temple level. That you have to have the same IQ as Shirley Temple to be gay and smart.
Wait, Shirley Temple's gay?
She probably is. I mean, look at. I've taken 2 IQ tests in my lifetime.
Did you fail both of them?
Well, no, I think I outdid my expectations because the first one I took when I was 10 came out with a score of 140. The second one I took just for laughs, I took the men's IQ test online, half-assed it, ran through the questions like, yeah, I ain't got time for this. Just answer it. Fuck the math questions, and still came back with a score of 120. So,
well,
I don't know how reliable IQ is to start with.
Unfortunately for you, what they didn't tell you was they were administering your comparative test to a shovel.
To begin with, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put too much. I wouldn't put too much value on online IQ tests.
Yeah, exactly.
That's first off.
Yeah.
Second off.
Well, that Modwayne, that's kind of the point. It was Mensah's supposed to be the smart people group, and their online IQ test. But Matt, hang on, let me finish. The whole point of that was I half-assed supposedly the smartest people on Earth's IQ test online and still got a high score. Had an official done when I was 10, and my IQ came back as 140. So I'm not even sure how much stock I put in that.
No. I mean,
what does it really mean?
IQ
I know it.
Measurement of potential.
Oh, geez, all this. Let me finish. Hold on now. Let me finish. Geez, you are so forceful. The women must love you.
No, but basically,
hey, that's why they call it 4C Fun Time.
But IQ is basically a measurement of. I used the right word a moment ago and I forgot. Fucking hell. It's what you could achieve.
Potential.
Potential. Thank you. It's measurement of
the operative
possible
word before.
Yeah.
Carlos, I can't hear you, man.
Oh God, I hate this fucking setup.
Modwayne's operative word is potential. Carlos's operative word is Jack Daniels.
No. I don't. I like Jim Beam better. Sorry.
Carlos's
Yeah,
operative word is alcohol.
What were you asking,
you said
Carlos?
supposedly. You said supposedly. That's
Yeah.
that's the magic word of online Mensa and that supposedly.
And online
And,
tests are not good when you're going to do an IQ test. It's nice to tell friends, oh, look, I scored high. No, it's an online test.
It's an online test. It means everything that you believe it does.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Geez, I took some IQ tests that said I
Well,
was, I don't know, an all-powerful god. For example, does that mean I'm an all-powerful
I don't
god?
I don't think that was an IQ test, my
Oh,
dude.
not an IQ.
I don't.
No,
think
I mean,
there's a-
what-
I don't think there is an
That's
IQ
what-
test alive that could squeeze out that lie.
No, if you
but the
identify
whole-
as,
the whole
as an
point-
all-powerful god, what's the problem? You can identify
Yeah,
as that.
everybody identifies as something. I mean,
Yeah, I identify as Priapus, the god of the Roman god
I
of
identify as an
fertility.
attack helicopter.
I identify as Kent. I identify as Kent Hovind.
I have the body of a Greek god.
I have the body of Kent Hovind, the mind of Bill Nye the Science Guy, and the penis size of O.J. Simpson. And the best part is
Damn,
all
they
three of
just-
us have been to jail.
They just shorted you on all three accounts, didn't they?
Wait, Neil deGrasse Tyson's been to jail?
Neil deGrasse Tyson, what?
You said you had the mind of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I said I have the mind of Bill Nye.
Oh, Bill Nye, has he been to jail?
I heard he did when he was younger.
Really?
Oh, I had no idea.
I will say 100%. I could be wrong, and I'm just running off of a memory.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet Bill Nye the Science Guy when he was young? The reason he went to jail was it was an experiment involving alcohol, condoms, and motor oil.
Oil.
Sounds
And,
like a bad night at a Motley Crue concert.
Anyway, guys, I'm going out, going to bed. So it was nice talking to you.
Nice
Nice
talking
talking to you
you.
too.
We lost
Portuguese
we lost the stream somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're still here, we're just going to continue bullshitting with each other for the next God knows how long. Please stick around or don't.
It's the best way, man. Oh God, I wish I could stay long. I haven't been sleeping well, and I got to go to work again tomorrow. So, oh God.
Sleep
Okay,
well,
my
mate.
friends. Good night. I love you all. I love you all. Platonically, no homo. There's nothing wrong with that, though.
There is everything wrong with that.
No,
That's
there
where
isn't.
you're wrong.
We can go to. You can go. You can become a.
Hold on.
You can join the military forces in America. You can't if you're a trans. So
Yeah, I was actually just going
that's
to ask,
good.
what does everyone think about that?
Oh, it's one of the best things he's done so far.
In all fairness, I'm sorry. If you're trans, there definitely are mental issues. I'm sorry, but that's
Yeah.
that's sort of my point of view as well. Yes.
You
That's
can still be a great person. You can still be a really good guy or girl.
No, you can put them in non-combative and not the low stress type, normal like office jobs, and so on like that.
Yeah. I'm
Nothing
sorry.
stressful.
There is a limit to
That's
how
what
much
I-
I would trust you, and I'd rather not give you a gun.
No guns. Just give them a pen. Give them a pen. That's what my point of view is. A pen and a nice clipboard, a little office.
I got
cool
black.
there.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
there's no reason you can't serve in a non-combative role.
Yeah, exactly. That's where
But the thing is they're banned from any operations, military or otherwise.
Because to
Yeah.
keep it simple.
Yeah, but hold up.
Military
Why
is
have I?
all
Why?
about
Why?
trust.
Yeah, well, you know
hang
what?
on,
I
hang-
have to be honest.
Hang on.
Bye, guys.
Christ.
Latest, Carlos.
See you, Carlos. Why do I have that vision in my head of Private Dennis? Show me your war face. Bullshit! You don't scare me.
Yeah, but the thing is, military is all about keeping it simple. So if we're going to have to allow people in, then we have to allow them in on most.
The military is not about keeping it simple, though.
Yeah.
No,
Most
Modwin,
of
it's about killing motherfuckers.
that is also
That's-
wrong.
That's the outward
No,
working.
okay, that's
but
where
if you
you're
want
wrong,
to,
son.
if you want to organize a military, you want to keep it simple. The more complex it gets, the more people will start creating division within your unity, and you break up. That's not what you want.
You know what else we don't want? To accommodate these fuckers. I'm kind of tired of that.
Yeah, there's a long
Yeah,
step.
that's true.
Long step. We have to a long way to we have to go to get rid of certain aspects of this stupidity that we've been.
Well,
I mean,
it's-
diseases like
it's-
diabetes and psychosis bar people from enlisting. Why not this?
Tex, you don't understand. I tried to go into the Marines when I was, in my early 20s, and because I'd been treated for depression as a kid, they wouldn't fucking take me.
That's why you don't tell them.
No, don't lie. Never lie.
I didn't. They found out. They found out their own way.
Yeah, never lie about stuff like that. Never lie. They'll find out anyway.
And
But
if you
no,
lie,
Well, it wasn't like I was. Here's the thing, though. I wasn't even signed up yet. I just put in the application, talked to the recruiter and all that. And when I came back, it was like, yeah, we can't take it. We see you got a history of being treated for depression back in it was like 80 something. And I was like, damn, how'd you guys find out about that? Was that an issue? And it's like, yeah, we can't take you for that. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
the standards have definitely lowered, especially like for the Air Force.
and they still have pretty high standards, and they should have pretty high standards. That's not the point.
I mean, in terms of dealing with people's mental capacity, I have a buddy of mine who served once in Jordan and once in Korea for a year each, and I'm not calling him mentally unstable, but he definitely had a few anger management issues while he was serving as crew chief. So, once involving punching a wall and breaking his hand, which he just recently got the splint out of. So, they've definitely leaned up a little bit on letting people join in terms of their mental capacity.
Yeah, that's a problem, to be honest.
I mean, and he's a very competent man. He gets the job done. So, to his credit, he's damn good at what he does, but he does have anger issues, and it does cause some issues with his ability to control himself at times. But he has never laid his hands on anyone. So,
That's positive.
I mean,
It's too bad though, because I really wanted to do this stream about IQ. For fuck's sake.
Well, Modwayne, you got to keep everybody on topic, my dude.
Can't educate you on anything, you guys. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Dude, Modwayne, you know damn good and well we get off on tangents way too easily.
Yeah.
Well,
And plus, I don't know squat about this so-called bell curve, so
it's a book, mate. It's a book.
yeah. Hence why I don't know squat about it.
fundamentally, to my understanding, essentially what it is it's a book of facts consisting of various IQs of populations and races and what have you,
Well, it says
collectively.
more than just. It says more than just that, but that is part of it. Yeah.
Well, that's the part that we were discussing at this moment.
Yeah.
And people are using that as a way to justify racism, saying that just because black people score lower on a IQ test collectively, they must be stupider in general. But it's essentially a book just saying that they score lower collectively on an IQ test, period. It doesn't give you the facts about what they may live or what schools they may go to, what their
Yeah, the reason
general
they-
experiences might be, why where they live, what their education is. It doesn't give you any of that. It just tells you that collectively as a race they score lower, which means and people are taking this as an opportunity to say, well, collectively as a race they score lower, therefore they must be dumber as a race, therefore they're inferior to us. Well, unfortunately that's not true, because just because they've scored lower on an IQ test doesn't mean that they're stupider. It could very well mean that they're just not getting the education that they need or that they deserve like everyone else is. There could be a multitude of factors going into this. Also, what IQ tests were they given? What were they designed for? Were they general IQ tests? Were they designed for specific areas? Like Modwin was saying earlier, they give IQ tests for people coming into his country, different IQ tests based on where they came from. And there's a multitude of different factors going into these things. You can't just take the general IQ of someone and say, well, they're stupid. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Well, you listened well.
I was here to learn.
That is true. But yeah, I think most of
well, but the funniest part of this whole IQ thing is I've seen some people with some high IQs that acted like they were dumber than a bag of fucking hammers. So
yeah, but
I don't know if IQ really matters that much.
Yeah, IQ is a measure of potential.
Well, I probably don't have much potential then.
Well, here's the thing. You could have the most potential that you want to make of yourself. That's what it is. If you want to better yourself, you can do it. There's nothing blocking you except you. Fundamentally, just because you have an IQ, you can still be one dumb ass motherfucker, and I hate to say it, but I have a perfect example for this, and he's black, and his name is Ben Carson.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean,
no. This is a man, brilliant surgeon. He clearly does his job well. But this is also a man who thinks that ghosts are stealing supplies from the hospital he works at. The ghost of children that died in his hospital.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can't be serious. I've never heard of that.
I am dead fucking serious. He is the most retarded man I think I've ever come across in terms of superstition. He is an idiot.
Fair enough. I did not know that.
Fair enough. I didn't know that either.
But yeah, no.
Well,
indeed. But IQ doesn't mean you have to be brilliant. It's a measurement of potential.
Well, yeah, but
even smart.
But here, Modwayne. But look at how people's potential works. I could be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a better driver than everybody else in this chat.
Oi.
If you put me up against Modwayne, I forget what you do exactly, Modwayne, but if you put me up against Modwayne in that, it'd probably blow me out of the fucking water.
Well, yeah, there is that too. I mean, there is. Yeah, how do I say
the potential doesn't really mean anything either.
No, because you do what you want to do. You do what comes natural to you. For example, I'm not as good at fixing cars as the guy working on the corner at the garage. Now, I know some stuff about it, but if I'm breaking my car, I'm bringing it to him. Because it's his job, he's better at it. Could I do it if I was forced to do it? Yeah, probably. It'll take me some time. We all have our own affinities. I think affinity is a good word in this. And our IQ.
You mean we all like?
I do have one thing. I must retract that statement. I have researched it further, and it was false.
Huh?
What statement?
I knew it wasn't. I knew something was off about it.
About what?
I mean, it sounded weird, but for the longest time, I've literally heard it repeated to me over and over again, and I've seen that it was true. The one about Ben Carson.
Oh, about this the ghost thingy.
Yes.
But it was funny though.
It was funny. I'm not surprised that it isn't true, but it was funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. The dude has a high IQ and he's very good at learning, and at the same time, he is also an idiot talking about how he used to stab someone and stuff like that. Trying to.
Well, I mean, I retract that quote, but he says this about. 2 months before he declared his candidacy, Carson sat down on CNN's New Day and in the course of the interview remarked that being gay is a choice, citing the example of people who go to prison straight and come out gay. A lot of people go into prison straight. When they come out, they're gay. So did something happen while they were in there? Ask yourself that question. I do not pretend to know how every individual came to their sexual orientation, and I regret that my words express that concept or hurtful and divisive. For that, I apologize unreservedly to all that were offended.
Well, Yeah, I can understand, especially in America, that you go to jail and you come out gay after being raped several times. Stuff like that does fuck up your mind.
Well, no, that's why I've heard people make joke about their like. So I had a friend of mine that joked about how her two male cats were what they called prison gay because it makes sense because well, what do you got to fuck? It's either lick your own testicles or fuck the other dude. So your choices are a little bit limited.
Yeah, there is that too.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Well, I guess
that's
we know
why-
the text lies on the concept of prison rape. You gotta do what you gotta do, huh?
But it's kind of
Well,
funny.
Well,
because
then,
I
next
ain't
time
gay
you
with
go to
20
jail,
bucks,
I'll send you a
20 bucks.
care package with a rag in your mouth.
the thing is,
Hey,
if we're
I ain't
talking about
gay.
sexuality,
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
if we're talking about
Fly back at
sexuality,
the game, huh?
oh, for fuck's sake, guys, shut the fuck up. If we are talking about sexuality, the funny part is indeed that for years now, people have been fighting to prove that being gay is not a choice, which is okay if you want to go there. But now, indeed, people like Riley Dennis are talking about how if you're not willing to fuck a transgender, you're still wrong. Wait a
Oh,
second. So being gay
By the way,
is
do
not a
you?
choice, but not choosing to fuck a transgender is a choice. So sexuality is a choice. If sexuality is a choice, then gay people could just choose not to be gay. If sexuality isn't a choice, then we don't have to fuck transgenders.
Modwayne, I'm sorry, but ever since I heard the term political lesbianism, I have a hard time taking these motherfuckers serious when they say, "Oh, it's not a choice."
Yeah.
Look, okay,
yeah,
I actually have something kind of serious that I'm going to talk about related to that, and it's kind of about the concept of sexuality being a choice. Okay, I believe that sexuality is not a choice. You're straight, you're gay, you're attracted to both, or neither, whatever. I can believe either, right? But I also believe that because there's been such a push to normalize and accept and kind of force it on my generation specifically that this is okay, accept that this is okay, deal with it being okay. We grew up with the idea, okay, whatever, don't care. Well, nowadays it's becoming such a hot button topic and issue, and we've discussed the topic of transgender before. People who pretend to be that way just so they can fit in with the crowd and be what they want.
Wait, hold up. I gotta ask a question. You said trans tender. Is that a chicken tender that's actually beef?
Yes. Anyway,
Okay.
the point I kind of want to get out there is I think sexuality being a choice is more prevalent now than ever, but not because sexuality is a choice for everyone, but because the concept of being gay, lesbian, straight, sexual, whatever you want to call it, whatever 50 flavors of genders you want to get down at your local Baskin Robbins, the concept itself has become so normalized and accepted or forced to be accepted that people just don't care anymore. They choose whatever they want to be comfortable with or whatever suits them at the time. The idea, I honestly think, of people believing that they have a reason to be whatever they feel is right naturally is not there anymore. And it's kind of disturbing.
But that's the thing, though.
Did I just hear a goat going off in the background?
No, that's my chair. It's really squeaky.
But
I was about to
that's
say.
the thing, though. In university, you have this term. I think if I'm saying it right, it's called a lug. L-U-G.
A lug?
Yes, which is basically women being bisexual or lesbian until
Graduated.
Graduation.
graduate. Thank you.
Why
Lesbian
do they
until
do that?
graduation.
Why is that even a
Because-
thing?
That's the problem. Why is that a thing?
Yeah, it is a problem.
Because it creates attention.
They think it's okay. Hashtag pray the gay away.
No, I don't care about people being gay, but for some reason, girls girls are more likely to be bi than boys. Why? Because it makes them more interesting. Boys always are interested in having sex with a girl that wants to have sex with a girl. Why? How the hell would I know? Sex with more is better than sex with less, I guess. But there is that.
Yeah, someone asked me how I view lesbian relationships. Apparently, an HD ain't an answer.
What did you say?
That's an old one,
Apparently,
dude. Come
HD
on.
is not an answer.
HD. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's an old joke that probably should have died years ago, Modway.
Well, too bad.
There you have that then.
Oh, see, I'm still waiting on the chance to find a video or a GIF image of some gay guy or lesbian getting struck by lightning and call it Mike Pence God mode. Will you shut the fuck up when I'm trying to talk? You got them.
Now you know how I feel in every single stream I'm in.
It happens to me too. It's been happening to Modway and all this stream. I feel bad for him, really.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mod. Now I've become my own worst enemy.
What, a Korean?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. When did Tex turn into a dog?
Wow.
Beautifully done, sir.
Anywho, we're just rambling now, aren't we?
Well, this is the ramblings of nobody and Modwayne and
And
Tex.
this is the Angry American.
Anyone got anything to add?
Psycho, you're CNN.
Hashtag pray the gay away.
Hashtag pray the Modwayne away.
Be nice.
We should pray the Modwayne away.
Well, you're not being nice now. Come on.
I am sorry.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm a sincere American.
Anyway, I think
I'm about as American as they get.
I think we're going to call it a night then. I mean, it's been a fun run, and we're rambling now, and we're not really coherently rambling anymore. So, anyone want to say something to finish off this stream?
Well, I think that we've all had a great time together, and I do believe that we have all enjoyed each other's company enough to the point where we can honestly say, sorry, Modwayne.
Anyone else want to have a last say?
I listened.
Well, we all listened. Whether or not we actually comprehended what was said was a different kettle of fish.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to say thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I don't know how many people are in the watchers stream side of it all. But yeah, thank you, Psycho, Warped, Malachite, and Warped. No, I'd already said Warped. Carlos. And I'll see you all next week. I'm not quite sure what the topic will be next week. I had hoped that this topic would be going a little bit more in depth, but unfortunately, maybe next time. Questions, as always, are welcome. So if you have any questions, just drop them down there. I'll try to answer them eventually. And I have no idea what our topic next week is going to be. So suggestions are welcome. And let's say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.